don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillow is only $14.98. Queens, $18.98. King size, only $1 more. Body pillows, $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase, $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bedsheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
That's right, folks. Absolutely free. Head over to MyPillow.com. Freshen up your linens. Get a new mattress topper. Do something over there. They're a great Patriot company, and it's just epic that we get a partnership with them. American-made product. It helps us out here at the Oreo Express platform. So head over to MyPillow.com and use promo code Oreo. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. We were, 15 minutes late today. We hit that button there. But we were able to get everything sorted out. And I don't know if Deb V's in here, but Deb V, big shout out. And if Deb V comes in later, I'll give her a shout out too. I mean, she single-handedly helped us get that phone. We were not going to get that phone today. We were short, and she did a donation yesterday and a donation today, which phone's right here. So it's transferring the data now. So that was a lifesaver, because if we would have got a call, if something was going on, we're waiting for the ice raids to come to Fresno. They just hit Sacramento today in the California state capitol. And so when all those things happen, we got to have everything going. And without folks, you guys and your blessings, we literally had like 67 cents in the bank, and we're still not caught up. So that was epic. And what a relief. What a relief for me when the equipment's good to go. It's Deb V. Okay. Yo, there it is. DV1416. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was a stressor. And I was like, and then Jalen had texted me, because I'm focused, man. I'm focused on the show. I got to get a little better, not a whole lot of better on the comments. Comments are for boring times, like when we're sitting there waiting for something to happen and we're out in the middle of the border and I'm reading comments. But thank you very much. That was incredible. So what do we got now? We got we got a crazy story we're going to start out with. I seen it. I think it was yesterday or maybe early this morning. I didn't bring it up on here. And then I seen a video of the news article, and we're going to get through that. We're also going to talk about press secretary came out and talked about some tests that President Donald Trump had and what he was diagnosed with. So we're going to get into that. And just a whole lot more. Again, the ICE raids in Sacramento were epic. They even arrested somebody who slashed one of the Border Patrol's tires. He wasn't roughed up enough, but he was pepper sprayed. So sometimes that works. And look at that. Dogecoin is up 5.6%. Dogecoin. go up like 300% and I'll sell. I don't got many of them. They were cheap when I bought them. Like, I think I bought them originally like 7 cents, sold them at 16, and then rebought at 19. But hey, our economy, let it rock and roll. Let it rock and roll. So the first one we want to take you down. So there was a kid getting kidnapped, and it says surveillance footage shows 6-year-old Jamal White being abducted outside his Milwaukee home by 2 suspects in a white Jeep. And the father said he was kidnapped at gunpoint. The 7-year-old boy kidnapped at gunpoint as dad runs away and hides. Let's listen to it, and we're going to break this down. Oh, I hope. Okay. Please play
Abduction
today.
caught on camera. Abduction
Check this out.
caught on camera. Someone sprinting with 7-year-old Jamal White in their arms, putting him into a white Jeep. This new video 12 News obtained Monday shows the Jeep parked on the side of the street Friday night. It starts to move as Jamal is spotted riding his bike on the sidewalk, returning from a nearby park. The boy's aunt says her brother was driving the sedan, following alongside his young son. The camera catching the white Jeep turning around, then later blocking the end of their driveway. 2 people got out of the Jeep simultaneously. One, who appears to be holding a gun, tried following the man into the house. The other chased the little boy down the driveway. Seconds later, the suspect comes back into frame with Jamal in his arms, putting him into the Jeep.
We don't have any answers, and I feel like that is what is bothering the family a lot. I feel like a lot of us are unsettled.
Unsettled as family is seen running out of the home. The boy's father spotted slamming his arms on the trunk of his car. That was about 7 p.m. Friday night. The state not issuing an Amber Alert until 5 hours later, around midnight. Eventually, after a harrowing all-day search on Saturday,
they got him, y'all.
Police recovered the boy in a home near 39th and Lloyd around 6 p.m. Saturday, 7 miles away from home.
First of all, it's just crazy kidnapping a kid. But if you are a responsible adult, like, and this is what love is, like, you know, when you have kids and you folks have had kids, it takes them having children to understand the love of a parent, right? I didn't understand how much my mom loved me or what she was willing to do until I first laid eyes on my child. And then it's just like, nothing else matters. You want to start shooting, I'm jumping in front. I'll take every bullet in the world. I'll take every beating in the world. But to get out, to run, it says, hell yeah, I ran. I'm thinking they're going to try to rob me and take my damn baby, the dad said on social media. Hell yeah, I ran. I would have been like, gun, I don't care. You in those circumstances, have you ever been in maybe not that circumstance, but other times you can come up with some power when it's not necessarily fear, but it's love. You'd be amazed what you could do. But I just can't believe that it's going viral because the dad ran away. His kid was getting kidnapped and the dad ran away. Like, shoot me. I'm going to tell Caden or one of my kids, run in the house. I'm taking that bullet. Hopefully the person, they kill me. Hopefully they're going to spend the rest of their life in jail, depending on what state it is, right? This was Milwaukee, so maybe spend 3 years in jail. But I couldn't live with myself if I had to call 911 and say my kid got kidnapped. I just couldn't live with myself. Man. And to think what everybody else would look at me like. That is just crazy. Moving on, yesterday we talked about Trump's tweet where he said our good friend, Adam Schiff, through an investigation, I think it was like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, that he lied in order to get lower interest rates, which is called mortgage fraud. And today, I believe it was today, he was questioned. Take a look at the look on his face and tell me what you think. he played it off yesterday as Trump's trying to just go after me because of, I'm sure he blamed the Epstein files, right? That's what everybody's doing. But take a listen to this.
Any response? Senator, why did you decide to make your primary residence in Maryland for 10 years, for a decade, not California? Comment on Trump accusing you of mortgage fraud, sir?
Look at that face. We already know he's a dirty slime ball.
Any response?
Any response?
Any response? Senator,
man,
Senator,
I remember
why did you?
Me, Will Johnson, and Ben Bergquam ran into him. We went undercover. Gosh, it was probably 2017 or 2018. The DNC was having their little thing. We ran into a lot of them, but we went undercover, not wearing any MAGA gear, to one of their events in San Francisco, and we got him when he was outside. It was epic, but he is a little slime ball, man. Isn't it just amazing that everything that they accuse Trump of, they're guilty of? This isn't weaponization. This is an investigation. Either you did it or you didn't, right? And that's how simple the prosecution should be. Either you did it. If you did it, you're in trouble. If you didn't, you're free to go. Just absolutely. You know, I didn't say hi to all you. Let me jump in. Microtest, KLM79, First Amendment Media, Jan Garner, Karen Sunflower, Texas Bigfoot, Jalen, Nola, First Amendment Media, if I didn't say that yet, Susan Spencer. Thank you, guys. Dana, how are you doing? And appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you so much for being in here. If you would, hit that like button. Hit that like button. We helps us out. Check this out. We've been talking about this. We talked about it in San Francisco about 2 years ago when they had a mass exodus of grocery stores and convenience stores closing because of the crime. Well, I think Oakland was the same way when we covered that. And they're like, we just can't do business here. We call the police. They don't come. There's nothing being done to the criminals that are in here just robbing us blind. People are getting assaulted. The In-N-Out in Oakland, California shut down because they were multiple calls per day. They couldn't. It wasn't because business was bad. Business was great in Oakland. It was because of all the robberies and assaults in the drive-thru on the property that were reported, and police never did nothing. Well, Minneapolis City Council is considering city-run grocery stores in high crime areas. This is how they slowly, they start in these blue cities, the Oaklands, the San Francisco. Oh, well, our Safeway shut down. We don't have a store within 3 miles. None of these people have transportation. We're low income. All right, here comes the government to the rescue. Listen to this. This is just crazy. This is the guy in the mayor, or the mayoral candidate in New York said that this is what he wanted. Government-ran grocery stores, which the government doesn't earn any profit off anything. They take. So when they're failing, they're just going to take more tax dollars, and it's going to hurt the private industry. Take a listen to this.
How we can leverage every tool that we have at the city to make sure residents have access to fresh, affordable produce. The research that we receive, again, is very exploratory. It provides examples of where other cities have stepped up to provide for food resources for their residents when there was an absence of a grocery store. How we can leverage every tool that we have at the city to make sure.
Man, you get what you vote for. And I know a lot of people in these cities vote for somebody because of the color of their skin. I'm going to have to pull the Joy Reid one up today if we have time. What time is it? 3:29. Let me write this down because that was epic. She went on Pierce Morgan, and that was epic. Let me get my pen right here. Put Pierce. Because I was listening to it earlier today. And I was like, I got to do that show, but I was rushing. But we got a good show for you. But think about that. Imagine the people that are going to work at your government grocery store. There is no incentive to do well when you work for the government in many cases. There's some outliers. But when I go to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles in California, if I go there, and I might have to go there, no, I won't have to go there, and you don't make your appointment because you have to get something done today, you lose your license, you do something like that, it's hours waiting in line. You wait out, it's it's been 106, 108 here. You can wait out line for 2 hours, and you get inside and you get your number, and then you wait there for longer. There is a turtle pace. I remember I took a picture of that one guy, remember, with the Mexican flag mask during COVID? He had an SEIU shirt on. Man, I promise you, that guy moved slower than molasses. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, he helping somebody. I'm just waiting for a number to be called, and he kind of looks down. He's flipping through his stuff. And then when he gets up, he's like, that speed, walking to a printer. I was like, damn, let me run this place. That dude would be fired in a heartbeat. You got customers right here. Put them first. How about this? This is from Joseph Trimmer, founder of an LGBT group, reveals to Texas Scorecard that NGOs are helping transport kids from Texas. There's that key word again, NGOs, right? Non-governmental organizations. Many of them get your tax dollars. They're transporting kids from Texas to New Mexico to be surgically and chemically castrated. FBI needs to look into this. Take a listen to this conversation. And then I'm going to tell you something else we got to get the bills paid. But one thing I want to do and fundraise for is I want to get the Meta AI glasses and start doing, not with my camera right in people's face, but go do some video that'll be epic for the show. And we're working on coming up with a fundraiser for that, because I think it would be epic. I was telling Rachel, one of the things I'd like to do is we have there's going to be petitions out soon in California I think we need over 1 million signatures to get voter ID on the ballot. And they're going to look for people to go get signatures. I told Rachel, I want to go to the bad areas with those glasses on and just have conversation. Hey, ma'am, how you doing? Yeah, no, we're voter ID. And just get those conversations and play them for you all. Because there's some people that'll be, oh, no, that's racist. And then others that just, again, they know it's not racist, but I'm a Democrat. For some reason, we're against it, so I'm against it. But we're going to be doing a fundraiser. I think the ones, I think they were like $379, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe $279. I'll have to look again. But there's been some people out there getting some epic video with those glasses. And, I mean, you can literally walk down the street and you see something happen. You just say, Meta, record. And those glasses start recording. And that way you're not holding the camera. Sometimes when you're holding the camera, people won't do what they would normally do. So we're going to be working on that. It'll be really cool. Let's pull this up.
For sure. So what is a present trans kid today? How are they getting treatment when it's banned? Is it like with abortion, where they can go to another state, or what are people actually doing that are facing this issue directly?
Sure, that's a good question. Yes, it is still legal for Texas transgender adolescents to receive gender-affirming care in other states. It's just really hard to get there. Thank goodness there are other organizations, both state organizations and national organizations, that are helping families navigate how to get that care, whether it's traveling to other states, or even a lot of families are moving if they have the means to do so. But it's really hard to do that. It's expensive. It's uprooting
Is
support.
there a state that Texans are going to for affirming treatment that is more common? Are they going to California? Like, where are people going to, or is it our surrounding states?
There's not many surrounding states, but that's a good question. The closest to us is New Mexico, to Albuquerque, which is a long way away. It's a long drive. A lot of families are finding care in Washington State, Oregon, Colorado, Massachusetts, New York, and all of those are really far away.
Is there any organizations that are providing funding or any government programs that are actually able to, through organizations, help these families actually get there? Travel is not cheap.
No, it's not.
A hotel room's $120 or something.
Exactly. I'm not aware of any government programs, for sure not Texas government programs, and definitely not any national government programs. Not that I'm aware of. And frankly, I think government funding there's a lot of strings attached, and it can go away depending on who's in charge.
It's better if the money doesn't come from taxes.
That's my opinion. But there are organizations. One of the most, the largest and the most helpful is an organization called Campaign for Southern Equality.
For Southern Equality,
they are providing.
They can provide help for Houston families.
Yes, they can provide. They're actually now providing help to families all over the country because it's not a Texas problem or a Southern problem anymore. It's a national problem, and so they provide navigational help for families to find those clinics and doctors and transportation help. They provide micro grants. They're doing really, really great work, and there's a lot of other smaller organizations in different states that are doing similar work to help those families that are either looking for the care, refugee families from states that they're trying to find that health care for their kids.
So it wasn't two conversations. They are in front of a rally where there was a speaker on a microphone. So that's why you heard the background. This is just insane. I can't believe if this energy was put towards our children's education. Like, I mean, let's just talk NGO for a second. Let's say you really cared about kids. We got kids graduating from LA, Fresno, different areas that are at a 5th grade reading level. Those are the kids I'm worried about. Could you imagine if this much effort and this much stuff was done for them to ensure they have an education? That money was put in to the school's not doing it. The school's a big fight right now. So we're going to do an after school program that actually teaches you what school used to teach you. You would think like, hey, I'm all for it. We got to reform the schools, but we know how hard it's going to be in California. School districts like Fresno Unified to even do anything and make them put out, a decent percentage of kids that can read and write. But you want to get a sex change operation, you want to get castrated, you want to do that. We got NGOs. They'll get you over to New Mexico. They're doing it all over the country now. That is just insane. Just insane. I don't even know what to think anymore. So earlier today, we showed you of the 2 cheaters at the Coldplay concert. If you guys weren't with us earlier, I'm just going to play it really quick because the CEO.
Yeah. Oh, look at these 2.
Picture. Oh, hold on.
Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
So you see those 2 smiling, having a good old time. Well, they're both married, except they're married to other people.
Yeah. Oh, look at these 2. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Man, when you get caught cheating and the world sees it, if you will. Well, Andy Byron, the CEO of Astronomer, and before we get into that, let me show you some of these really quick. This is Andy Byron, the Chief Executive Officer of Astronomer. This is the woman, Kristen, the Chief People Officer. Looks like she's really good with people. Probably just not with her husband, unfortunately. There they are right there. It looks like at a probably in their office, in their break room, whatever. Well, he has come out with a statement. And we're going to read that statement to you. Man, this is kind of crazy. Like I said, we've seen this happen before. This is a statement from CEO Andy Byron. Take a look. Says, I want to acknowledge the moment that has been circulating on time and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next steps, personally and professionally. I ask for privacy as I navigate this process. I want to listen to this. I also want to express how troubling it is. What should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend once saying, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Listen to that cop-out. So he goes out in public, he cheats on his wife, and then he wants to talk about how troubling it is when what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. That's one of the worst apologies. That's like the Democrat with the DUI, or the Democrat that does something stupid and cheats on his wife, and he's like, I'm going to rehab, I'll be fine. It became public without my consent. So just to let you know, if you're in public, you have no right to privacy. It's how we're able to do our job most of the time. If everybody had privacy, we couldn't film anything. But fortunately, we have the First Amendment here in the United States. So that was his statement. Another thing, I thought this was awesome. The House just passed legislation to block a central bank digital currency. We've talked about central bank digital currency, you know, the New World Order stuff. And it says if we didn't block this, it's a global effort to get a central bank digital currency. And it's awesome that, at least for now, the House has just passed legislation to block it. And take a look, of course, at the folks that voted on that. Thank you, Republicans, once again. 217, and Democrats, 2 of them did, but 210 said no, because they just want to obstruct anything. They don't care about you, and they are the globalists. They want the globalist agenda. They've been pushing the globalist agenda. I mean, that's what the whole climate change hoax is about. It's globalism. And so that was one of the good things. And then statement from our press secretary about Donald Trump, our president. Take a listen to this.
On another note, I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition. particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here. So the president wanted me to share that note with all of you.
What they're saying he has, actually, a lot of people actually have that. It's actually not uncommon. It's not something you want, obviously, but it's not uncommon. And like they said, it's pretty common in people the age 70 or older. If you've ever had somebody in your family, they've probably had something similar to that.
I'm happy to take further questions on it.
The great thing is he's seen a doctor immediately. He's getting it checked out. Everything else, echocardiogram, everything else seems to be on point. So let's just say a prayer for the president. I'll tell you what, I work hard. I do. And you guys know we put in long days. When we're not live, we're still doing stuff in the website and obviously posting and trying to get stories for the next day. And then when we're out in the streets. But I'll be honest, I don't know if I'll be able to do this in 15 years like I do now. Trump does it. Trump does it. That man is always on the move, flying somewhere, doing, I mean, it's just amazing. Finishing up something in California at 10:30 at night, flying back to DC, getting off the plane. It's just amazing, the energy. And it's just who he's, I wouldn't say it's who he is. It's just, I guess you could say it's just who he is. But some people's DNA, just like I always say, like, man, I live off 6 hours sleep. I'd love to get more, but 6 hours sleep, and I'm ready for, you know, an 18-hour day. And that's how Trump is. Stuff in Audiobook says, I haven't, and I'm not even 40. There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, a lot. Actually, it is pretty common. It is pretty common. It's crazy. But pray that everything else, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think if there was, we would know. And of course, now this is the new thing. This is the new thing. How long has he known? Like he's being some Joe Biden and hiding stuff. This retard on X who just wants clicks. It said U.S. President Trump diagnosed with vein issues after reporting swollen legs. That's from the White House. So they're notifying us. They're letting us know. And one of the soy boys, how long has he known? I go, probably since the doctor told him. That would be my guess. That's how I would know. If I had a heart problem, it would probably be the doctor telling me. If I, you know, pretty obvious. How about this? It looks like tonight, I believe it's tonight or tomorrow, they will be passing the rescission packages. The first one is $9 billion. That's to defund PBS and to defund everything that is in that first package. And then more, listen to this, because more rescission packages are on the way after this one. That is awesome, because I know we were very critical of the Republicans having plenty of time to do this and just dragging their feet. Oh, they're gone for the weekend. Like, wait a second. You need to cement what Trump's executive orders and what our Doge team is doing. You need to cement that. And the only way you can do that is with these rescission packages. So take a quick look at this right here.
Definitely open to sending up additional rescissions packages. We wanted to see how this first package would go. It was intentionally small to make sure we we could get the muscle memory going again. And now the Senate has proved that they were able to pass that critical juncture, and we expect a good vote in the House either tonight or tomorrow. And we're very open to sending up additional rescissions package. The number you referenced, though, needs to be read in conjunction both this fiscal year and next with the $163 billion of cuts that we sent up as part of our budget in the non-defense area to make eliminations, cuts, reforms to woke and weaponized bureaucracy. We'll be fighting for those cuts during the appropriations process. But yes, we are open to sending up additional rescissions. I think it's likely, and I think it's likely to come soon. Definitely open to sending up additional.
So likely and likely to come soon. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. We want to cement all this stuff. We're going to get into some border talk. What's going on? Alcatraz, everything kind of has to do a little bit with immigration. Let me make sure I shouldn't put this somewhere else. Let me put this somewhere else. So today, Doug Burgum went over to Alcatraz with Attorney General Pom Bondi. Show you some of this right here. It says, spent the day on Alcatraz Island, a National Park Service site, to start the work to renovate and reopen the site to house the most dangerous criminals and illegals. So not just illegals, criminals as well. This administration is restoring safety, justice, and order to our streets. Take a look. There's a couple pictures here. I kind of want to go down there one more time before they close it down. It's been a while since I've got to tour Alcatraz. Take a look at all that right there. And then we got some more on this. This was just an overhead shot from, it says, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum leads the Trump administration officials on a tour of Alcatraz Island as he spearheads to effort to execute on Trump's decision to reopen the historic prison in the San Francisco Bay. We'll take a look at this. Kind of sped up. So they were out there today. I don't know if this will come to fruition, but listen to Doug right there.
Alcatraz is the brand known around the world for being effective at housing people that are in incarceration. And so this is something that we're here to take a look at. It's a federal property. Its original use was a prison. And so part of this would be to test the feasibility about returning it back to its original use.
So returning it back to its original use. I wouldn't want to be in Alcatraz. I like watching those old Alcatraz documentaries. Now that I think about it, the people who tried to escape, people that were never found, trying to escape. It's interesting. Adam Schiff wasn't too happy, guys. Adam Schiff, he's probably worried he might be there for that mortgage fraud. It says Alcatraz is an actual museum, a relic of the past. If you are looking for waste, fraud, and abuse, it's boondoggles like this. This is a guy that supports a high-speed rail that should have been complete 5 years ago and still hasn't had 1 inch of track laid, folks. And that was in response to AG Pam Bondi and Interior Secretary Doug Burgum are expected to visit Alcatraz, the shuttered prison off the coast of San Francisco that once housed some of the most dangerous criminals in the country. Could you imagine, like, what we would do? It's got to be a federal prison, obviously, but, these days, Democrats, they want, like, 5 square meals a day. They want, the female inmates to be able to get manicures and pedicures. And I'm not about, I think there needs to be, like, a couple different levels of offenders. If you're a child rapist, if you're a murderer, cold-blooded murderer, like, I don't care if you get time outside. I don't care if you get to exercise. You got life in prison. Give you a little cell that's like 4 by 6 with a toilet and a water station. That's it. But then there's others that could get caught up in crime because of drugs and everything else. I want those people rehabilitated. And we need to find a happy medium in that. We've been told for quite a while that illegal aliens do not receive taxpayer-funded subsidies. We've proved that wrong time and time again. Your tax dollars go to Catholic Charities, HIAS, all these different NGOs, Jewish Family Services, and the sums of billions of dollars. And they use that to provide for the illegal aliens. They were actually using that to aid and abet the invasion that was going on under Joe Biden. Rob Bonta's a little upset, the Attorney General of California, the same Attorney General that sues school districts for keeping the parents informed on what's going on with their child's mental health, that Rob Bonta. And he is right here saying, this is horrifying, illegal invasion of privacy. We sued the Trump and his lackeys after initial reports of CMS illegally providing ICE with private information about Medicaid recipients, and we're moving to secure a court order blocking the weaponization of this data. ICE. So ICE is looking for illegal aliens. So horrifying. If no illegal aliens get any tax subsidies, any taxpayer-funded benefits, what do you have to worry about? You're trying to keep that out. That's what you're trying to do. And you got caught. You got caught. How about this? Yesterday we covered this, and I just wanted to cover it again because of another, quote, Republican out of Florida. So there is a amnesty bill, the dignity bill. We covered it yesterday. We read the little grok statement on it. And no, we do not need to pass. I talked about the worthless rhino, David Valadeo, here in the Central Valley. Told you guys before the election, been telling you for years, he is an open borders advocate. And people say, well, he doesn't want open borders. No, he wants amnesty for people, or a special card where they can just stay here after they broke our immigration laws. Now, again, he's going to his constituency. That's California 22. There's a lot of illegal aliens there, a lot of farm work. And instead of doing what's best for the country, he's just doing best for his reelection campaign. And then yesterday we shared the list of some of those people. Rep. Michael Lawler, David Valadeo, that's the California Republican. That's just an hour drive away from us. Dan Newhouse, Kelly Mike. And they want to talk about how bipartisan this is and how that's a good thing. And we should jump on it. Remember the bipartisan bill that Democrats touted for the last 9 to 11 months of Biden, saying, well, if we just pass this, we could fix the border. Remember that? And what it allow? 2 million illegal aliens in per year? 5,000 a day? Well, guess how many we have coming in per day right now that are staying and released into the country? 0, 2 months in a row. And I want you to see this is a Republican out of Florida, Maria Salazar. She's yelling in Spanish at President Trump outside the Capitol, attempting to force him to give amnesty to illegals. This is somebody that needs to be primaried in 2026. Take a listen. You won't understand what she's saying, but that's what she's saying. That she is one of the co-sponsors of this bill.
Señor presidente, el mismo Dios que se lo salvó a usted de la muerte en Pensilvania hace solamente un año y que le puso de vuelta en la oficina oval en contra de todo pronóstico, es el mismo Dios todopoderoso al que millones y millones le están rogando hoy por dignidad, no por amnistía. Señor presidente, yo sé que usted puede ser para inmigración lo que Lincoln fue para la esclavitud y Reagan para el comunismo. Usted es un hombre de negocios que entiende que nuestra economía necesita una fuerza laboral confiable en áreas donde otros estadounidenses no quieren participar. Usted detuvo a Irán en seco, evitó que China siguiera robándose nuestros trabajos.
Well, I won't keep playing that for you. You don't need to. But again, one thing, as Trump has said, there's not going to be, he'll work out worker visa programs. He'll work out with some of the farmers, those folks that have been working on a farm for 10, 15 years. But there's not going to be any mass amnesty. And that was repeated today.
The president has made it very clear he will not support amnesty for illegal aliens in any way. The president has made it very clear he will not support amnesty for illegal aliens in any way. The president.
So they're beating a dead horse, kinda, and it's just crazy that we got to go through this, man. Well, we talk a lot about the media hoaxes, guys, don't we? Talk about people are reading these articles. Oh my God, this person was kidnapped. This was an American citizen. Oh my God, they've detained her and they've put her in the back of a van for 48 hours. All these different things you're hearing from these left-wing NGOs and places like that the media keeps returning. Check this out. Let's look at some of these fake news articles. LA mother says she was taken to U.S. border, being held until she self-deports. California community leader reportedly taken to the border and held at a warehouse until she self-deports. Look at these are ABC 7, KTLA 5, the Latin Times. Family of South LA woman detained by immigration agent still doesn't know her whereabouts. LAPD closes missing person case involving woman purportedly kidnapped by feds. Well, that's crazy. Let's find out the truth. This was a hoax. And now this person probably will be deported. It didn't happen. She was just charged for orchestrating a phony kidnapping, which she blamed on immigration agents in order to generate sympathy and to solicit donations. Another hoax promoted by the fake news. Check this out. Mexican national charged in federal criminal complaint with staging fake immigration kidnapping. And here you go. Look at this. This
presented with voluntary self-deportation paperwork. She was taken straight from here. Julie was taken directly from this parking lot to the border at San Isidro. And there she was presented to an ICE staffer. There Julie was presented with voluntary self-deportation paperwork. She was taken straight from here to the border and pressured to sign self-deportation paperwork. Julie was taken directly from this.
All a hoax. Media's there eating it up. Trump's got his feds out kidnapping. And again, an illegal alien from Mexico has been charged in a federal criminal complaint with orchestrating a phony kidnapping, which she blamed on federal agents or people working with federal agents to generate public sympathy to solicit donations. Juliana Julio Pelez Calderon, 41, of South Los Angeles, is charged with conspiracy and making false statements to federal officers. Don't look too happy in this picture, does she? And this one says the U.S. Department of Justice has announced charges. Federal charges, folks. I think there's one more on this. Look at elaborate ICE kidnapping hoax. California woman, a Mexican national, arrested for alleged brazen scheme of lying about being kidnapped by ICE at an LA Jack in the Box and held in a warehouse. Scheme went as far as a police report, GoFundMe, and a press conference. So I think I don't know what kind of time, but maybe this is another one of those that, hey, they're cutting off my benefits. My SNAP's gone because I'm an illegal alien. I'm going to get me a GoFundMe so I can live good in Mexico, right? I don't know if that's the case. You're already a criminal. You came here illegally. They even had pictures of her at the feds went and got photographs of her from the security cameras, spotted at the Jack in the Box parking lot, not in distress. These people are, again, they're not just criminals when they cross over. There's a strong criminal element once they're in the United States. How about this? ICE is doing it. We're going to talk about the Sacramento raids in a minute. I sent some messages. I said, hey, Fresno needs you. So this is ICE arrest in Houston. Take a look at this.
As they were either charged with or
Immigration and Customs Enforcement's latest crackdown on illegal immigration involves hundreds of arrests in the Houston area.
Right now, we know in June alone, ICE arrested 1,361 people living in the Houston area that the agency claims entered the U.S. illegally. While ICE's field office director at the Houston branch says his men and women have been working tirelessly to target who they call illegal criminal aliens. As for who was arrested last month, some were deported several times. ICE says they were either charged with or had been convicted of homicide, trafficking, aggravated robbery, and one was even convicted of hijacking a plane from Cuba flying to Florida in 2003. Other men have been charged with sexual assault of a minor and sexual indecency. Here's a breakdown of the accused criminals. ICE says there were 32 child predators, 9 murderers.
How many? At 32 child, this is just Houston. 32 child predators, 9 murderers, 16 gang or cartel members, and one of them convicted of hijacking an airplane. But illegal aliens don't commit crimes, folks.
16 gang or cartel members, and the 56-year-old I mentioned earlier convicted for hijacking an airplane.
Man, and this is why they hate these raids. When we get into what's going on here in California, you'll see that once again. Well, you got Mayor Karen Bass. You can't do this. We're suing you for this. We're suing you for that. And they're like, we're not discriminating against anybody. And it's funny because they did a great operation in Sacramento. We're going to talk about it, where they staked out the Home Depot, did their investigating, ran license plates of the people pulling in and out, found that there was multiple people that were illegal and had already had deportation and came back into the country illegally. That's why they did this sting. Beautiful. Beautiful. Check this out.
And the illegal alien invasion, and he has delivered on that promise to the American people in record time. With the border sealed, deportations are ramping up. This past weekend, our brave ICE agents were arresting violent criminal illegal aliens all across the country. ICE Atlanta arrested an illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of attempted rape of a child in North Carolina. ICE Baltimore arrested an illegal alien from Guatemala who was previously convicted for sexual abuse of a minor in Maryland. ICE Houston arrested a criminal illegal alien from Mexico whose previous conviction includes aggravated sexual assault of a child in Texas. ICE Salt Lake City arrested a 32-year-old illegal criminal alien from Mexico who was previously convicted for child abuse and injury. ICE Baltimore arrested a criminal illegal alien from El Salvador convicted in Maryland for possession of child pornography. And ICE San Antonio arrested a criminal illegal alien from Mexico convicted of aggravated sexual assault in Texas. The men and women of ICE are heroes. They are putting their lives on the line every day to get the worst of the worst, these types of criminals, out of our communities and out of our country. And the president continues to strongly have the backs of all ICE agents who are doing their jobs to keep all of us, including everyone in this room, safe.
Epic. Epic. It's what we voted for, folks. That's what we voted for. Before I jump on really quick, let me put this up there, and we're going to get into some of the California stuff in Sacramento. Still haven't tried 1775 coffee. Now's your shot. The 1775 starter kit just dropped. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits harder than a CNN fact check, the smooth medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy and laser focus. There's no crash when you drink that. All single origin, small batch, toxin free and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because Freedom isn't scooped with plastic, a frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. That's $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who's been watching 1775 Coffee blow up on Rumble, wondering, is it actually worth it? It is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe in. And a big shout out to Krista. Thank you so much, Krista, for your Venmo. I was just pulling that up right now. I'm not getting notifications because that phone is, it says transferring data about 1 minute before the phone's ready. We'll see how long that 1 minute is. We know how that goes. But thank you very much, Krista, for the Venmo donation. We appreciate it. We can't do it without your guys' support. Let's see. How about this? Speaking of California, let's listen to this.
Is to me an example of why I say that LA is a petri dish. And you have the federal government that has seized power from a governor and is attempting to seize authority and power in a city. This is, to me, an example of why I say that LA is a petri dish. LA is a petri dish, and they are practicing on us. The experiment is on us. And you have the federal
seizing
government
control of a city or a state, or what have I missed? I'm confused here. So immigration raids, people that are in the country illegally, nobody is above the law, Democrats. I heard that for 4 years. And now you're saying they're seizing control of cities and states. Again, this is the rhetoric that people listen to this and people believe this woman. The communists out there, this is how they live. And they want anything. They want ICE agents dead. They want Donald Trump dead. They believe the propaganda that's out there. And it was funny because ICE and Customs Enforcement, ICE actually retweeted this and put this out here. False, Mayor Bass. The federal government is not attempting to seize authority because the federal government was given authority to enforce immigration laws by Congress generations ago. Our jurisdiction already extends to every city, town, and territory in the United States. But again, when you're a communist, when you're what I call a California Democrat, you believe that you get to, if I become mayor of my town, I can do whatever I want. I can violate any federal law I want. I can do anything I want. This is my city, and you can't say anything. Well, Karen Bass, the mayor who has let her city burn to the ground, along with Gavin Newsom, who is just rage tweeting still today, they got another thing coming. And speaking of another thing coming, let me show you some pictures really quick. I think you guys will enjoy it. This is part of the raid that happened in Sacramento. Take a look at this. These are a couple different pictures. You can see ICE agents chasing down the illegals at a Home Depot in Sacramento. You can see that guy, and we'll get into that guy in a minute, but he looks a little red in the face. I'm a redneck. He's a red face. There they go, loading up. They got their Border Patrol van. That van used to be an Uber and to a sandwich and water shop on their way to an NGO. There's another one. And that's what's going on in Sacramento. And we'll play a video here. And I think you guys will like it. Grab your popcorn because it's good. Go along for a great ride.
Take a look. As soon as we pulled up to a local Home Depot out here, suspected illegal immigrants started taking off running in all different directions as soon as they saw federal agents. That led to several different foot pursuits as agents were chasing them down and arresting them. We ultimately saw about 10 different people being arrested by those federal agents, and Border Patrol telling us that records checks came back on one of the guys already, showing that he is an aggravated felon with a prior conviction for fentanyl trafficking. Then take a look at this video. This was a guy who said he was a U.S. citizen fleeing from federal agents after they say he slashed the tires on one of their vehicles. You'll see him running away. He then gets taken to the ground and he tangles with agents while he's on the ground. It appeared he kind of lunged at one of them, and you'll see the aftermath of that. Take a look at this picture right here. Those federal agents ended up macing that man in his face, took him into custody and took him away. His wife was yelling at agents the whole time, saying he's a U.S. citizen. The agent said, too bad, he slashed one of our tires. And then take a look at these photos here. We do have photos of the vehicle that had the tire slashed. There was one puncture mark. It quickly deflated, and the agents had to drive out of the area on their rims. We caught up with the Border Patrol chief out here in charge of this operation, and we asked him, why did you decide to come here to Sacramento? Here's what he had to say.
There is no sanctuary city. Sacramento.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's right in front of California State Capitol, where we've been plenty of times, right there doing the interview. God bless this.
Sacramento is not a sanctuary city. The state of California is not a sanctuary state. There is no sanctuary anywhere. We'll be here. You'll probably see us in many other locations as well. We're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We're going to effect this mission and secure the homeland.
And I did reach out to California Governor Gavin Newsom's office to get their reaction, their response to this operation right here on their front doorstep. They tell us in part, quote, trying to escape a court order, stepping their reprehensible, can't talk today, trying to escape a court order, stopping their reprehensible and illegal racial profiling and illegal arrests in Los Angeles. Border Patrol came to Sacramento and spread more of their chaos and fear. They should do their jobs at the border. We'll send it back to you.
We don't have a problem at the border. The border's taken care of there, sweetheart. This is just incredible. Incredible. Let me see if, let me pull this up really quick. See if there's some other videos that popped up since last time. And we got another video. Look at 4 hours ago. Sacramento Sheriff. Immigration enforcement operations in Sacramento County. Earlier this morning at approximately 7:47, the Sacramento County Sheriff's Communications Center received an incomplete 911 call from an individual stating that a group of armed and masked people were in the parking lot. Hold on. Of the Home Depot on Florin Road. Deputies responded and found the parking lot clear, but were waved down by another individual who stated that her husband, but were waved down. Her husband had possibly been arrested. Yeah, that's what happens when you slash Border Patrol or ICE agents' stuff. It says at approximately 7:51, our communication center was advised by the United States Border Patrol that they were conducting enforcement action in the area. Although not required, it's common practice outside law enforcement agencies to advise local jurisdictions when they can conduct enforcement operations. It says at approximately 7:57, our communication center received a 911 call from a resident on the 4500 block of a Parkway, stating that a neighbor had asked him to call 911 because someone was breaking into his residence. Deputies responded to the residence and learned that it was a Border Patrol conducting enforcement operations. At no time did the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office assist with any immigration enforcement. California law enforcement agencies are legally prohibited from doing so per state law SB 54. Kind of crazy. Where's another one? I think I got some more here. Is this another one? Seeing if there was anything else. Anybody else had their own video there. I don't see it right now. But that dude literally breaking multiple individuals. Here's another one.
Ahí se llevaron a unos cuantos.
I told you all this rhetoric and everything isn't going to stop President Trump or ICE. It's going to make them push harder, guys. I think you know that. I know that. Again, number one thing Trump was elected on, guess what? It wasn't the Epstein files. It was the border and deportations. They didn't have signs at the GOP convention that said Epstein files now. It said mass deportations now. Let's see. Here is another video of from U.S. Border Patrol Chief Patrol Agent Gregory K. Bavino.
Illegally, one of whom is an aggravated felon. That aggravated felon appears to have... Folks, there is no such thing as a sanctuary city. There's no such thing as a sanctuary state. We are here conducting this Title VIII mission. We've already arrested at least 8 individuals for being in this country illegally, one of whom is an aggravated felon. That aggravated felon appears to have charges related to fentanyl trafficking, and one individual arrested for impeding and or assaulting a U.S. federal officer. This is how and why we secure the homeland. For Ma and Pa America, we've got your backs, whether it's here in Sacramento or nationwide. We're here and we're not going anywhere. Folks, there is...
Man, so much stuff to be thankful for right now, really. It's just insane what we're seeing. And then check, again, it would be one thing, Democrats aren't ever going to say, okay, well, let's get out the rapists, the murderers, They're already trying to justify saying what a crime is and a crime isn't. When we picked up one for DUI, which DUI is a bad thing, right? American citizens make that mistake. A lot of people have made that mistake. But when you're not an American citizen and you come into the country, one, illegally, and you break additional laws, that's a crime. Democrats are saying, well, we just need to get the most extreme criminals. That's all we want. No. They're going to get the criminals. And again, my first goal, and people might disagree with me, but the 15 to 21 million that came over the last 4 years under Biden administration, the ones that we spent months filming and bringing you live border action, those got to go. Those got to go. Oh my gosh, I'm making Shiba Rista. I got to make that shirt. Shiba Rista says Home Depot instead of Home Depot. I'm going to make an orange and white shirt. And Shiba, oh man, that just clicked right there. Hopefully I'm gonna do it. Actually, let me see if the phone's ready yet. Yes, it is ready. Let me see. Let me pull up. Okay, it's giving me all these things. Let me pull this up. Sent me this the other day. Where's it at? So, Coalición de Primero de Mayo, ICE out. ICE out. It's at a Home Depot at 4864 Cesar Chavez Boulevard, Fresno, California, Saturday, July 26th at 11 a.m. And it's got a couple fists breaking some handcuffs, and it says power to the people. So they haven't been at the Home Depots in Fresno, but they're going to do a protest in Fresno. Maybe this is a good time to have ICE over there. Maybe I'll send ICE that flyer. That'd be nice if they showed up. That would be absolutely epic. How about this one? Montgomery County, Ohio, last week, innocent Eric Musa was arrested for strangulation. He's on an immigration detainer hold. I didn't think they committed crimes. They're only here to pick vegetables, guys. That's all. Just listen to Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi. How about this one? His face says he's miffed about the ICE arrest, but with a criminal history that includes sexual abuse of a child and kidnapping, he should have expected us. Now, I don't hear one Democrat saying, hey, I support this. These are the people we need to get out. You've had people like Mark Cuban. I tried to find that video for you. I couldn't. But people like Mark Cuban, how about we do a top 100 or a top 1,000? And Democrats say, okay, we'll work with you on that. Democrats are going to obstruct everything because by getting these people out, you are lowering crime for the whole United States. And if Trump can tout in 16 to 18 months that crime is down 30%, and they're also doing other things. The FBI and the DOJ and other federal enforcement agencies are targeting high crime areas right now and doing raids for drug dealing, gangs that are legal American citizens. They are doing everything they can right now to get the crime rate down. And there will be a distinctive difference between last year and next year. That is for sure. Unfortunately, a lot of crime happening now is against our law enforcement officers, which has been kind of coerced by Democrats. Take a look at this right here, and I'm only showing you this for a moment. Not something you probably want to see. Hold on, why is it going? There it goes. And this guy has clothes on. It might not look like it with the shade, but again, warning. That's a guy. See that kid? So that guy that dances like that for children has self-deported. Drag queen Tsunami Muse, who performed in front of children, has reportedly self-deported to Panama. Bye-bye. It looks like Panama can have their drag shows after all without us getting our tax dollars, right? Again, little things here, little things there. A lot of winning. And let me see if anything else has popped up while we've been live. Breaking news. Let's see. Oh, Gavin Newsom tweeted. Let's see. Oh, he's saying, Newsmax is now turning on Trump. That's what the governor of California is worried about right now. And by the way, I haven't looked. I meant to, but when I went and picked up the phone, and again, Deb V, thank you. When I went and picked up the phone, I walked out and I was like, man, it was kind of a little hard to breathe. We have fires going on in the area and really affecting stuff. And once again, while we have these fires going on that are affecting our air quality and things of that nature, Gavin Newsom is just Trump derangement syndrome to the max. I still like that Home Depot. I got to figure out a way to make that shirt tonight. And I think I have time. I got to work on the car a little while. Gonna wait till it cools off, though. It's not that bad today. But that smoke out there makes it worse. Let's see. I just love that raid. I'm not seeing anything. Let's see. Just more fake news about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. That's what they need you to focus on because they don't want you to focus on the wins. But here, speaking of wins, how about this one right here? I like this post. We got to share that with you. Let's see. Can't stop winning. Trump wins again. Senate passes $9 billion in cuts to global aid and public broadcasting. Trump makes America beautiful again. Executive order will revitalize national parks. I mean, you just got a list of winning, and that's why they are coming up with all these fake stories. What's this one? I'm not seeing anything that's breaking. Let's see. Not yet. But I will be around tonight. I think I got to talk to Rach, see if Caden's going to do BMX racing tonight. And he hasn't done it in a while because we've been so busy. So if he wants to go do BMX racing, I think that would be epic. Let him have some fun out there. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Krista, Deb V, for your donations today. Thank you. Again, we are 100% viewer funded. If you would like to help us out, it would be a great blessing and we would appreciate it. You can donate at Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. Or if you do online or mobile banking, you can head over to our website, which is theoreoexpress.com. And on there, on our homepage, if you scroll down a little, you'll see a Donate Now button, and it'll have that Zelle link provided on there. And once again, guys, thank you. Have a beautiful Thursday. If anything does break at some point tonight, we will be live. But appreciate you guys hitting the like button and being with us. Thank you to the Oreo Army, and God bless y'all.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillow is only $14.98. Queens, $18.98. King size, only $1 more. Body pillows, $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase, $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bedsheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
The Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, going down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land.